Hello everyone, my name is Allie Smoot and today I'm going to be talking about the interview that I had with an FBI accountant. So the person that I interviewed with was named Donna. She is a forensic accountant for the FBI and she has been there for 26 years. I'm going to go over all of the questions that I asked her, and then in the following slides I will go over her responses. So I asked her, what does a day in her life look like? What made her decide to work for the FBI? How technology like artificial intelligence has helped her in performing her job? If there's any certain trends of certain types of fraud in Kansas City, if cryptocurrency is adding additional crime, and if she has any advice for students contemplating joining the FBI. So the first question that I asked her was, what does a day in her life look like working for the FBI? And the first thing that she said is there's never a typical day being a forensic accountant for the FBI. She said it's not just sitting at a desk all day from 8 to 5. She does various tasks like going through records for cases and trying to trace all those financials. If they need to interview someone based on some financial information, she will go with them and conduct those interviews since she has the understanding of the financials. If she is needed to testify in court over a case and for some documents that she worked on, she can do that. She can give speeches and she can attend job fairs to help recruit other accountants to the FBI. So with all of the different areas that accountants can choose to go into after graduating, I thought it was important to ask her what made her decide to pursue a career with the FBI. And she kind of laughed when she told me this and said I shouldn't tell you guys the truth, but I feel like it is important. So she actually applied to the FBI as a joke. She said she was reading her textbook and they brought up the mention of being an FBI agent, and she thought, you know what, I'll just apply and see what happens. They probably won't choose me. And she then realized that there's not just agents in the FBI, there's a lot of support employees, which is what the forensic accountants are. And once she started it, she realized that this was the place for her and she loved it. And like I mentioned earlier, she's been here for 26 years. So in many of our accounting classes, we are starting to hear the word artificial intelligence and how it's disrupting the whole field of accounting and how it's changing our jobs. And so I asked her, how artificial intelligence is helping her perform her job or if it's taking away aspects of her job. And she said that it is actually driving her insane at the moment. It's a very new technology, and she said that the incoming employees are able to understand it a lot better and apply it, and she thinks that it's going to become more and more important in their line of work. She said she is actually retiring because of it. I think she said they can retire at 30 years, I believe. So she does not plan on sticking around to use it, but she did say that the newer folks will be seeing it and it will be easier for them. Just how there are differences in culture in the different regions, there's different trends of fraud in each area. And so I asked her if there is a certain type of fraud that happens in the Kansas City area, and she brought up two, cybercrime and romance schemes. She said cybercrime is really kind of the up and coming one with Bitcoin and all of that. And then she said romance schemes was their highest, which I thought was very interesting. So a romance scheme is when someone creates a fake profile and romances someone online, a lot like the TV show Catfish, and they ask them to send them money, and some of these people actually do it. And she said, you think most people wouldn't fall for this, but there's a lot of lonely people, and she said for this reason, the elderly typically fall for this a lot just because they want someone to talk to. So she said that is their biggest issue currently in Kansas City. Another big topic that we have heard about in our accounting classes is cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and stuff like that. So I asked her if she's noticing that cryptocurrency is creating additional crime or problems for them, and she said absolutely. She said she's seeing a huge increase in this type of crime, and it's becoming really difficult because at the moment there's no regulation, so there's no way to kind of keep it contained. And she definitely said that this is going to be a huge part of the future job for people coming into the FBI, is that this is going to be particularly their main focus, and their focus in this will increase probably with each year. So the last question that I asked her is if she had any advice for students that are contemplating joining the FBI or something similar to this. And one of the big things that she mentioned is that you typically do have to be at the CPA level, so she recommends going ahead and getting your CPA, as most students do think about that. She did say, people that go into public accounting, they will get paid more than if you went to the FBI, but they're also going to work more. She said your schedule here is pretty consistent. It's pretty much 8 to 5 unless something really big comes in and it's all hands on deck. And she said that doesn't really happen too often, but it does happen sometimes. Another thing she said is working for the FBI makes you feel good. So if you truly want to make a difference in the world and really feel like you're helping save the world and like leaving an impact, she said this is the perfect place to do that. She said even her performing a small task makes a huge difference into catching these criminals and making the world a safer place. And of course, the FBI being a government job means that you have great retirement and great government benefits. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my presentation today. I hope that after listening to all of this, you've learned about another potential employer after graduation. Donna did say that this the area in the FBI is very new, and so they are recruiting heavily for accountants, and they love to hear from students. So feel free to reach out and check out their website and apply. I look forward to watching the rest of your all's awesome presentations that you put on here, and I also look forward to reading any comments that you have or answering any questions. Thank you.